These 5 books have changed the way that I think of Google Sheets. They've changed the way that I work with Google Sheets. I hope this is as fun for you as it is for me. The biggest book here, this is JavaScript. Now, why did JavaScript? Now, maybe I haven't read this whole book. Okay, this is a thick book. Look at that thick book, baby. This book is the definitive guide to JavaScript. I think I probably got this far in it. All right, you can see. But I have learned JavaScript. I do know JavaScript a little bit. I know how to use it. How has this helped me with Google Sheets? You're asking. Well, JavaScript is close to or the same thing as Google Script. It used to be that Google Script was like a past version of JavaScript, was sort of a less version. That has changed though. You can use JavaScript in Google Script, and Google Script itself has changed the way that I use Google Sheets. It has exploded the use cases for me. It has exploded the usefulness, the effectiveness, the efficiency. I can use Google Sheets to do things that mere mortals couldn't, right? I am a wizard at the Sheets because I know code. If you're watching this video, obviously probably on YouTube, hello YouTube, and you aren't a Better Sheets member yet, you don't have to get a membership to Better Sheets to learn to code. I offer Learn to Code. It's 4 videos. It is $5 on AppSumo at the time that I'm making this video. Learn to code in Google Sheets. Get started. It is the simplest, fastest way to get started learning to code, no matter what you do. If you've never learned HTML, CSS, don't worry. You learn to code in Google Sheets and you get stuff done really, really fast. But JavaScript is the way to go. I will put it back underneath to prop these books up. Learning to code in Google Sheets was by far the most magical experience of my life, has changed my life for the better in every conceivable way, has made me more effective, faster, efficient at Google Sheets, and has been the basis of which I can understand Sheets, where I don't think of them as a single data warehouse or a data place. You can do things with data there in Google Sheets that you can't do on pen and paper, on spreadsheets normally. Like it's changed my mind and it's neurons, and it's changed the way that I connect to Google Sheets because I can code in Google Sheets. I'm going to share with you one of the first books I ever read that changed my career before I knew Google Sheets. It's Linchpin. It's by Seth Godin. How has this changed how I use Google Sheets, but also changed my career? Is I was working in one particular role at a company. I was working at Royal Caribbean while I was working on ships, and it expanded the role that I was taking. It made me think of how can I do more within the role that I have now that helps my career. And I started to do things outside of my normal day-to-day job description. Things like that's not my job was never a part of my vocabulary at that part of my life, and it certainly was that way as well. And how this has changed how I use Google Sheets is I've learned to make Google Sheets the linchpin. So I read this book, and it's all about yourself and a person. It's all about people, right? And becoming a linchpin within a company. But now I view this as you can find a tool that is your linchpin, and if you can find a tool and master that within your organization, and everybody knows you for that tool, you have job security, you have job safety, you have job career growth, right? As the company grows and more people need that tool, and you need to give them that tool in different ways. One, you can use the tool. You can become really good at the tool so that everybody gets you to use that tool for them. But then you can also start teaching people how to use that tool at your company. You don't have to do an outside side hustle gig like I did with Better Sheets, where I started and teach people how to do Google Sheets. You can teach people at your company how to use that tool. And if that tool is Google Sheets, then let me help you, right? If you want to be the Google Sheet guy, the Google Sheet girl at your company, the Google Sheet gal maybe is better, the Google Sheet superhero that your office needs, become a Better Sheets member now and you will become that hero, right? You will become the linchpin. You don't have to risk anything, right? If you know that everybody uses Google Sheets now in your company, Like if you're watching this video and you're like, I want to become better at Google Sheets, how do I do that? Become a member today and you will become better at Google Sheets. Then you will teach people at your company how to use Google Sheets better. Then you will also learn how to code in Google Sheets. You can learn how to create templates that other people at your company can use real easily. You make everybody more effective. You make everybody more efficient. You are the linchpin, and you use Google Sheets as the linchpin to do that. Now, you could, if you're watching this video and you're like, I never use Google Sheets, I don't know why you're watching this video, if you've never used Google Sheets or you don't want to use Google Sheets, but the idea behind this, like, right, that you are a linchpin and then there's a tool that is a linchpin in your company, or you can make it a linchpin of your company, could be anything. It could be Notion, it could be Excel, it could be any spreadsheet software. You could go back to Lotus 1, 2, 3 if you want. But the idea that you are a linchpin is great in this book, but I've expanded that to be like find the tool that's a linchpin, become the master of that tool, teach others how to do that tool. Maybe you become the person that everybody onboards with, right? Then you are the person that everybody talks to within the first 2 weeks of their job at that company, right? That is really key. You become a linchpin if you are the person that everybody talks to in their first 2 weeks. All right, that has changed how I think of Google Sheets. All right, next. I might save this craziest one. This is the craziest one. I might save that for the last one. I don't know. How to win friends and influence people. All right, how to win friends and influence people is very much strategy around people, right? This has nothing to do with Google Sheets. This has everything to do with Google Sheets because it taught me how to like give more than get out of relationships, and it's how I started with Google Sheets. The first 2 weeks of the job that I had when I didn't know Google Sheets at this point, I didn't know Google Script at this point, and I just thought, how can I give more? What can I do here to make my statement of like, I want to help? And it was this book that I had read. This is an old book, but it's also like an old version of the book, and I've had this for years and years and decades. I've carried this around as I've traveled the world, and I think from it, the most important thing I've ever read is just to give, and that'll come up again. But this is a really good way of doing it. I like how he talks about it, how it doesn't involve modern technology. Next, the mom test. All right, this is a very small book, very short book here. This is the mom test. It essentially says, don't ask people, do you want this solution that I've created for you? What you do is you find problems and you ask, how do you deal with this problem? In the way that people describe to you how they deal with that problem, you listen. Listen, and listen more, and then push them, nudge them, prod them towards like solving that problem. Let them solve the problem for you. Then you have a tool. How this changed my way to use Google Sheets is many times we think that the way we do something is the only way. And I am one of the biggest offenders of this because I've used Google Sheets for so long. I've seen many other people use Google Sheets, and I've taken pieces from them, right? So I never think that I'm the best person, even though I don't necessarily call myself a guru, but I do call myself a wizard. And it is an interesting point because the mom test explains how you are not the hero, right? Your customer is the hero, and maybe even not your customer, but the person that you're talking to, a person in the market, a person who's trying to solve a problem is the hero, and you may or may not be able to help them. You may not be the sidekick, but you could be. And you got to listen to them, and you got to listen to what they're saying and read between the lines, and then not offer them necessarily push that solution onto them. So I think in how I've described this, you've figured it out already if you've read between my lines. But basically, I used to think, all right, let me find the way to do this, and then I go and tell everybody how to do this. And that works sometimes. I mean, if you're a smart person, if you're above average, fast and keen, and you can sponge up from text or from videos, you can learn pretty quickly and then regurgitate that for others. But I've found from this book that it's better to be flexible in those solutions, to say, hey, like, here's a possible solution or a part of the solution. Having a part of a solution might even be better than having the full solution. And I used to think like Google Sheets again, I used to think that Google Sheets was just a store of data that you just had headers and rows and columns and you put data in. Now that I know that like you can manipulate that data, you can wrangle it over time, you can change it over time, you can keep adding to it over time. I have seen many different solutions come and go, and solutions that I thought were locked in fade away over time. But then I started listening more, and I started to see more how humans interact and how humans solve the problem themselves, and say, you know, I'm not going to solve that part of the problem, but here's this other part of the problem. Oh my God, like you're doing this thing really, really slow. Here's one solution to that. Here's one solution to this other problem. Here's one solution to this problem. We don't have to fix the entire thing all at once. And I think that changed the way that I use Google Sheets, because I used to think, oh, we got to fix it all here. Or here's another key thing that I just remembered. I used to not think of Google Sheets as a solution. And many people will do this. If you look at a business process and you go, oh, they use Google Sheets to do this thing, immediately people think that's a SaaS product. That's a business waiting to happen. Maybe not. They're already solved the problem. They don't need another solution. You need to be 10x better than a Google Sheet. The thing is, now Google Sheets are 10x better than Google Sheets, because you can do much, much more in Google Sheets than people know. And that's what I teach in Better Sheets. This is funny, coming back to Better Sheets. In Better Sheets, I tell you how to get more out of Google Sheets. So you don't have to go to SaaS products. You don't necessarily have to struggle to go from like point 1 to 1 right away. You can go point 1 to point 2, point 3. You can build a Google Sheet around the solution that you have and around the problem you have, and keep scaling your business so that you can easily afford more SaaS products. Like you don't have to jump to Salesforce right away. You don't have to jump to Intercom or Help Scout. If you have like a good little help ticket system in Google Sheets from email, then this will take you for another 12 months, for another 18 months before you have to invest time and energy into these SaaS products. Because $25, $50, $100 a month doesn't sound like much when you're like fixing a great big problem, but it's that energy and the focus to change your workflow completely from a Google Sheet to this thing, when you can really just iterate like 10% a month and get it better and better and quicker and more efficient, and store that data where you already have it stored. You don't have to go anywhere. All right. Thanks for listening to that. This is the last book. No. Yep. The last one. Fifth one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the fifth book. This is probably the craziest one, because this book, I have read this book almost every year since like I was 5 years old or 3 years. I don't even remember not knowing this book. This is The Giving Tree. This is like the shortest book on earth. Shortest, greatest book on earth. This is my favorite book in the whole world. Okay, maybe it's a close tie for like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. But The Giving Tree, this little boy and this tree, you know, this is the mom. Thank you to all moms. You are all giving trees. Shel Silverstein wrote a beautiful, beautiful, epic book here that has changed. I read this book and I change every time I read this book. Why is that? It's something that we know about. These trees are everywhere. Trees are ubiquitous. There are millions and millions of trees, right? But the way that the tree is broken down throughout the pages in mostly completely different ways, and it goes from something that is ubiquitous to something that is unique and personalized for this little boy who grows up to be a man and an old man. And I think one of the coolest parts is the end. I will spoil the ending for everyone. If you haven't read The Giving, this is the end. This is the end. This is the tree. This is the boy. The boy is like 3 times the size of the tree at this point. The boy is now just sitting on the stump of the tree. Now, what's funny, I don't know if this is going to be funny, but this is how people think of Google Sheets. People think of just, I'm going to like put my data, I'm just going to put stuff here and be done with it. But in fact, Google Sheets is everything. Google Sheets can be you can use the leaves of the Google Sheets. You can use the tree trunks, the apples. There are things that can come out of. You can use Google Sheets in so many different ways. It is a ubiquitous spreadsheet software program. And just like every tree in the world, you can use it in an infinite number of ways. I just read this book, The Giving Tree, to my baby boy. So I was a boy when I started reading it. I now have a boy. It is changing every time I read it. This book changes how I think about the world. Thank you, Shel Silverstein, for writing it. It's a wonderful book, and it changed the way that I think of Google Sheets, where, again, people think of Google Sheets as a place to store your data, and that is it. But there are so many different things you can do over time, over space. Like, right, you can put on different tabs. You can do different mathematical equations, do different scripts. Again, JavaScript. You can do a lot of stuff with script to manipulate and wrangle data, and you can display data in different ways. And so if you right now think of Google Sheets as a place to store data, then keep watching all of my videos on Better Sheets here on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed this video of 5 books that changed the way that I think about Google Sheets. And I hope it helped you a little bit to think of Google Sheets in a different way. I'm actually really excited. I want to read this book again. I'm going to go tonight. I'm going to go read this book to my baby boy just before bedtime. Thanks so much for watching. Please continue watching videos and subscribe, right? Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to put out more videos like this, but also to actually help you really actually use Google Sheets better.